Hey everyone, welcome back to another extremely exciting episode of Juice TV. I'm joining you from the Juice studio at the Queensland Children's Hospital. I'm your host Byron, and today we have an incredible show lined up for you, with a theme really close to my heart, up and away. First up, we'll be soaring high with the crew of Rescue 500 as they land their helicopter right here at the hospital for an exclusive tour. Then things get fast and furious as we dive into a thrilling drone race between the Australian Airforce and the Army teams. Who will win? And finally, buckle your seatbelts for an unforgettable day at Brisbane Airport with the hospital school, courtesy of our friends at Virgin Australia. Trust me, it's really fun. Before we get started, I want to share a little bit about my journey. Like many of you watching, I've spent a lot of time here in the hospital, not just for regular checkups, but because I'm being treated for something called Crohn's disease. It's a condition affecting my digestive system, causing it to get swollen and irritated. This means I've had to miss out on a lot of typical teenage stuff. But instead of letting it get me down, I've decided to take a challenge of my own. On September 15th, I'll depart on an adventure of a lifetime. I'll be flying a plane around Australia. Yep, you heard that right. I'll be flying one of these babies. My goal is to raise money for a new teenage ward here at the Queensland Children's Hospital and to spread awareness about Crohn's disease. I was inspired by the incredible Australian Iron Woman, Bonnie Hancock, who paddled around Australia to raise money for mental health. After getting the opportunity to meet Bonnie on Juice TV, I thought if she can do that, why not take to the skies? With the help of my awesome flying instructor and my dad, who'll be making sure we're getting fed, I'll be visiting around 30 towns around the country. I might go to yours. I'm not just flying for fun, I want to raise awareness about the challenges regional communities face when trying to get healthcare, and to show everyone that even if you're unwell, there's still so much you can do. So stay tuned, because this journey is going to be epic. Enough about me, let's get into the action with our first segment. We're heading up to the roof of the hospital to meet the amazing crew of Rescue 500, the Brisbane-based AW139 air rescue helicopter. Let's check it out.
Good morning everyone, boys and girls and mums and dads and carers at the Lady Slento Hospital. Thanks very much for inviting us today in our helicopter Rescue 500 from Queensland Government Air to come and visit you on the hospital helipad. We're really excited to see you all. So the helicopter you're looking at is called an Augusta Westland. It's made in Italy and it weighs about 7 tonnes, so it's really heavy. In order to fly, we've got to have two very powerful engines. So has everyone seen a horse? Everyone know what a horse looks like? And you know how strong a horse is, okay? Well, this helicopter has 1,872 horses in each engine, okay? So you imagine 1,872 horses all strung out. That's how powerful these engines are, and there's two of them, okay? So it flies really fast in the air. The helicopter has TV screens up the front, so it's a very modern helicopter. They're electronic flight screens, and we can monitor everything we do on board the aircraft. With this machine as well, we can fly for about 4 hours in the air non-stop if we need to, so we can go a long distance in order to get to people. So if you might live way out on a farm property somewhere out in the middle of Queensland, we can fly out there and pick you up very quickly. We also do winch jobs. Now on the other side of the helicopter, when we walk around there, you'll see our winch setup, which is a big cable with a hook on the end of it. And we can lower that down to people that might be in the water or trapped or lost in the bush and winch them back up into the helicopter and help them. If we need to, we can put them in a stretcher and get them on board the aircraft. Hello, my name's Mark. I'm a rescue helicopter pilot and I fly the Queensland Government Air Rescue Helicopter. My job is to run the helicopter and make sure everything's doing what it should be doing when we're flying in the sky. It's a really interesting job and I love what I do. It's the best job in the world and I look out the best office window in the world.
Mark, you have a really important job. What is a normal day to you?
Well, we don't really have a normal day, Michaela. Every day is different. Like some days we come in and we don't even get to have breakfast before we go out on the job. But other days you might come in and get time to wash the helicopter and check all our gear. And then we might take off straight away and go and rescue someone out in the bush or out in the ocean, or even go to another hospital and help someone that needs extra special care. So every day is very, very different in the helicopter rescue world.
How many people can go on a rescue?
Well, we have a crew of 5 on board the helicopter, Michaela. We have a pilot, which is my job, so to fly the helicopter. We have an air crewman who does the winching and helps me up the front. We have a rescue crewman who goes down on the wire into the water or into the bush to help people that are sick. And then we carry a doctor and a paramedic. So everyone's got a specific role, but we all help each other to try and get the job done. So if anyone's sick, we all pitch in and help. That's the main part of our job, and we love that.
How do you do it on a boat when you're used to the helicopter?
Yeah, well, winching on the boat's really the most challenging thing we do because the water's moving and the boat's moving. So we try and hover really close to the boat, and then we lower a man down on the winch cable so that they can help the people that are sick on the boat, or if the boat's sunk, they might be taken out of a life raft. And sometimes we even winch into mountains like Mount Barney and places like that where bushwalkers get lost.
Hello, my name is Cameron. I'm the rescue crewman on board the aircraft. My primary role is to be lowered on the winch cable down into the ocean or onto land to perform rescues of lost or injured personnel. My favourite part of working on Rescue 500 is helping people in need, whether we're rescuing people out of the ocean or lost in the bush or injured in the bush. We get to rescue them and take them to medical aid where they can be treated and become better.
Okay, well the light is called a night sun tracker beam, and you can see the lens down there. That generates about 30 million candle power. So you know how many candles you had on your last birthday cake. Can you imagine 30 million candle power? So it's really, really bright, yeah. Incredibly bright at night. So to light up a really dark area like a footy oval for us to land in if someone was sick and we needed to help them. So Michaela, that's the winch handle that the crewman, our winch operator, uses to make the cable go up and down to rescue someone on the ground. So it's got that red trigger there and you can see it pulls in and out like that. And that makes the cable go up and down to rescue people.
What are all those bags for?
Well, those bags have all our medical equipment, and if we need to give someone some medicine, it's all contained in those bags, Michaela. So a lot of specialist stuff that you'd see in the hospital here, we carry on board the helicopter to help the sick people, and some specialist stuff for kids as well. So it's really, really good. It's got everything you need to save someone's life.
My name's Andrew, I'm the doctor on the rescue helicopter.
And my name's Mark, I'm the critical care paramedic on the aircraft. My job is similar to the job that I do when I'm working on an ambulance and looking after people on road and in their homes, transporting them to hospital. But it's just like using a different type of ambulance using the helicopter. We can get further, we can get into places we can't get with ambulances. So it just enhances our ability to look after more people who are in trouble.
If you hold that with your right hand, that's the control that we use to steer the helicopter with. So it won't move now because it's all hydraulically driven. But wherever I push this stick, that's the way the rotor disc travels and goes in a specific direction. So it's pretty cool. On behalf of our team, Rescue 500, we'd like to thank you and all the kids here at the Lady Slento for having us come and visit you today. It was a real pleasure to meet you. We think you're all very, very brave, and we're hoping to see you all fit and well in the near future. So good on you, Caleb. Thanks for coming, buddy. Thanks for seeing us.
How cool is that, getting up close to a real rescue helicopter? Speaking of things that fly, get ready for some high-speed action. Jack is upstairs with Dello and Alex.
Hi, my name's Jack and I'm at the Queensland Children's Hospital. I'm here with Lara from the Airforce and Alex from the Army. Guys, what brings you to the hospital today?
Yeah, Jack, so we're racing these little racing drones here. So me and Alex are going to compete and see who's the fastest around the hospital. It's going to be awesome.
So this is a tiny whoop, perfect for indoor racing, and it does around 30 kilometres an hour. It's super light. What about you, Jack? Have you ever flown drones before?
Yes, I have. I got a big drone for Christmas and a little drone for Christmas too. The big one I've crashed a lot, and I like flying the little drone over my mum's head.
Ooh. Nice work.
Dello, what are drones used for in the Air Force?
Yeah, great question, Jack. So we have heaps of different drones for many different roles throughout Air Force. So as we have here, we have racing drones. So we use that for competitive racing, hitting speeds up to 180 kilometers an hour. Then we have larger drones, massive size, and we use those for surveillance and reconnaissance.
That's really cool, Dello. What about in the Army, Alex?
So Jack, in the Army, we use drones as well, but they're on a much smaller scale. Starting here is our Black Hornet. This one can fly for about 20 minutes, and it's used for information gathering.
I like the Black Hornet, but I noticed that you bought a really big drone too.
Jack, I'd really like you to meet the Wasp. So this is just the largest scale of the Black Hornet that I just recently showed you. So this one flies a lot longer and has a better image quality.
That is a big drone. Now, I mentioned before, I crashed my drone a few times. Do you guys ever have crashes with your drones too?
You're with friends here, Jack. We crash our drones all the time. During a race, which is usually only about a minute to a minute and 30 seconds, I'll probably crash once or twice per race. So we're pretty good at crashing. When we crash, we break the drone, but that's okay. So in between our races, we fix all the drones internally, we fix all the software, we resolder all the broken parts and reassemble it ready for our next race. And then we get out there and try to win that championship.
You guys mentioned that you race drones. Can you tell us more about that?
I sure can tell you about that, Jack. So we're here in Brisbane this weekend and we're going to be racing. So me and Alex are going to be versing each other on the racetrack. There's going to be multiple drones all flying through the race course at the same time, hitting real fast speeds, and it's going to be absolutely awesome.
For any kids that want to get into drones, how do you do it and what skills do you need?
The great thing about drone racing, Jack, anyone can learn the skills. So how I learnt to drone race was watching a heap of YouTube videos. It's the best thing. There's heaps of great people out there on YouTube that go through all the details about how to assemble the drone, how to race a drone, how to get the best racing line, and how to also code the drone. So there's so much information out there, and YouTube is a great location to find all that great information.
So Jack, there's also racing simulators as well. So the simulator is great for people that are just getting into it. They can learn the stick commands and get an idea of how they fly before they spend their money on a real one. So don't worry, Jack. Army's got this. Our drone's smaller and faster.
Hang on a second. The Air Force drones are bigger, and it all comes down to the pilot skill, which we have.
Guys, calm down. I know how we can settle this. Marlon, over to you.
Thanks, Jack. We're here at the Kids Zone, where we're going to settle this once and for all with our own obstacle course. We're going to start on the craft table, head around the giant pillar, past the butterfly, round the top of the forest, and through the tree trunk for the finish. Are you guys ready for the challenge? Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, it's neck and neck. Uh-oh, it's Nomeo.
What was that?
Oh, that's Nomeo. He has a slight tendency to mess with stuff. You guys were great. That was too close. I'm going to call it a draw.
Wow, guys, really close race. I know we didn't get a winner, but thanks for coming to the hospital today.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for having us, Jack. It was an honest pleasure to be here today. It was a bit of a shame we couldn't, Air Force couldn't win, but I'm sure we'll come here next time and show Army who the real winners are.
Jack, thanks very much for having us here today. We've had a load of fun. And as a thank you on behalf of the Army Drone Racing team, I'd like to gift you a challenge coin and a patch that you can put on your school bag.
Thanks guys so much. I'm Jack.
I'm Dello.
I'm Alex.
See you later.
That was wild. Those drones were moving so fast. Now, for our final segment, we're taking a trip to the Brisbane Airport, thanks to Virgin Australia. Trust me, this is going to be a great experience. I've done this last year and it was awesome. My favourite part was the cockpit. So fasten your seatbelts and let's take off.
Hello, my name is Lara and I'm with all my friends at the airport. Today we're going to learn what it's like to travel on a plane. Let our adventure begin.
Who's ready to go to check-in? Yeah, let's go! The check-in is where they check your bags and you tell the airport that you're there.
We do meet lots of people at the airport.
I think the bags are going to Disneyland. What about those ones?
The moon. I think this bag is going to Mars. I think this bag is going to Candyland.
Amanda, what are 3 things a kid should bring for a fun flight?
I would definitely recommend bringing your favourite lollies, your favourite cuddly toy and a colouring in book.
What's your favourite part about being in guest services?
I love seeing everyone travelling and kids making memories.
Next stop, the security.
Here we go.
When you travel, it's important to listen to the safety brief.
Your seatbelt should now be done up, low and tight across your hips. To fasten, push the 2 metal ends together until they click. If the cabin pressure changes, an oxygen mask is needed. Your mask will drop from above you. There is a life jacket under or beside your seat. To fit the life jacket, remove from the bag and slip it over your head. Pass the strap around your waist and clip together. Our crew will now point out the emergency exits. There are 2 doors at the front, 4 exits over the wings, and 2 doors at the rear.
Thank you for flying with Virgin. Thank you for flying with Virgin.
Hello everyone, today I'm here with Mitch from the fire service.
Hey guys.
Mitch, my first question is, why does your fire engine have 6 wheels?
Well, that's because our fire truck weighs about 30 tonne when it's full of water, so we need a good load capacity when we're fighting aircraft fires.
What's the most interesting part of your job?
I guess there's a number of interesting parts of our job, but the main one will be meeting different people, working with our crew and helping serve the community and protecting aircraft and airports.
What's different about being a fighter for the airport?
I guess the main difference is obviously we deal with aircraft and airport infrastructure. We obviously deal with the same types of incidences that a normal fire station would go to, but with our main priority and goal being aircraft.
How do you keep everyone safe that's travelling?
We keep everyone safe by watching over all aircraft movements. We have a fire control centre who can observe aircraft taking off and landing, and they also monitor airport fire alarms. So anything that comes through is to the fire control centre, and then we get this turned out and help in any way we can.
Thanks, Mitch.
No problem.
Hello everyone, my name's Charlie and I got to ride the pushback. For those who don't know, planes can't reverse, they have to be pushed back by trucks. I got to go on board whilst they push it back. Check it out.
Thanks Virgin Australia for having us here today. It was so much fun getting a behind the scene tour of the airport. Alright, gotta fly.
Wow, that brings back memories. What a great experience for our hospital school friends. Thanks Virgin Australia. I hope you all enjoyed flying high with us today. Prepare yourself for landing. Remember, even if you're in hospital, there's always a way to soar above your challenges. I can't wait to start my adventure soon, and I hope you'll follow along. Until next time, keep dreaming big and aiming high. This is First Officer Byron signing off.